Dear colleagues, we would like to report on multilingual learnability and reaction time in our online Slavic intercomprehension experiments. Currently, we provide about 200 online experiments for native speakers of 11 Slavic languages as well as German and English. In the present study, we investigate how native speakers of L1 can understand cognate words of unknown but closely related languages. Further, we address here the following research questions. What is the relation between the intelligibility score in online cognate guessing and the reaction time? How does the experimental rank of exposure influence the intelligibility score? What is the link between the experiment rank and the reaction time? The data of Slavic languages used in this work came from a collection of parallel word lists of internationalisms and Pan-Slavic vocabulary which were freely available from the Eurocom-Slav project, as well as cognates from Swedish lists and from Common Slavic vocabulary. For the experiments, we used 340 items which were presented randomly. One challenge with 60 Belarusian stimuli, one challenge with 60 Ukrainian stimuli, 120 Bulgarian stimuli in 2 challenges, one challenge with 50 Macedonian stimuli, and one challenge with 50 Serbian stimuli. For the present study, we tested 185 Russian native speakers in a written word recognition task. We're interested in inherent intercomprehension. Only participants who speak Russian natively and who don't know the stimulus language have been included in the following analysis. Here we see a test example at the word level in written modality with the Bulgarian stimulus. The participants were asked to translate written stimuli into their native language. They saw the stimuli on their screen one by one and had 10 seconds to translate each stimulus. We calculated intelligibility scores as percentages of correct word translations for each participant per stimulus language. The mean percentage of correctly translated items constitutes the intelligibility score of a given language. The findings show that Ukrainian is more intelligible for Russian readers than Belarusian is, all 3 languages belonging to the East Slavic group. Bulgarian occupies the 3rd position with regard to intelligibility, followed by Macedonian and finally Serbian, all 3 languages belonging to the South Slavic group. In addition to the intelligibility scores, we measured reaction time in milliseconds per stimulus using the functionality of the experimental website. The mean reaction time per participant was calculated on basis of correct translations only. The linear interaction between the reaction time and the intelligibility scores was negative and significant in all language groups. Here we see an overview of the statistical results. Though the negative correlations can be considered from low to middle, the participants with better performance seem to complete the individual word translation task faster. As a next step, we have investigated the interaction of intelligibility scores and reaction time depending on the experiment rank. We found a positive and significant correlation between the experimental rank and the intelligibility scores in all language groups, though the positive correlations for Bulgarian and Ukrainian are rather low. This means that the rank of the experiment has an impact on the intelligibility in Slavic reading intercomprehension. The higher the rank of the experiment, the better the human performance. In addition, we calculated the mean success rate per experiment run in all language groups. The present figure shows the chance of good performance among Russian readers per experiment run in the respective language. For Ukrainian stimuli, we see that the participant groups seem to improve through all four ranks, although there is no difference in the intelligibility scores between rank 2 and the rank 3. For Belarusian stimuli, we see that the participants keep improving step by step according to the experiment rank. Participants taking the test in Bulgarian obtain lower score than in Ukrainian and Belarusian in all experiments rank. However, they keep improving until the experiment rank 3, after which the performance of rank 4 declines slightly. The same holds for Serbian stimuli, although the performance of the participants in all experiment ranks is less than in Bulgarian. Looking at Macedonian stimuli, we see that the chance of a good performance increases from rank to rank, similarly to Belarusian. However, the performance in Macedonian is lower than in East Slavic languages altogether. Then we correlated the mean reaction time per participant with the experiment rank and found a negative and significant correlation in all language groups. This means that the experiment rank has an impact on the reaction time. The participants complete the translation task faster depending on the rank. Additionally, we calculated the mean reaction time per experiment rank in all language groups. An interesting finding here is that 4 languages, Belarusian, Bulgarian, Serbian, and Ukrainian, show similar patterns in the mean reaction time per participant's rank. This means that Russian readers react faster according to the rank, with a minor exception for Ukrainian, compare rank 3 and rank 4, as well as for Belarusian, compare rank 3 and rank 4. It seems that participant groups are faster in translating of Ukrainian than in other languages. Looking at Macedonian, we see that the participant group in rank 2 is faster than in rank 3 and rank 4. The explanation may lie in the socio-demographic factors of the respective participants' groups. Let us summarize our results. We found that among the East Slavic languages, Ukrainian is more intelligible for Russian readers than Belarusian. Bulgarian occupies the 3rd position, and among the South Slavic languages is understood better than Macedonian and Serbian. According to our findings, the participants with better performance tend to complete their individual word translation task faster. In general, the intelligibility scores increase according to the experiment rank in all languages. The mean reaction time needed to complete a written translation task correlates negatively and significantly with the experiment rank in the respective related language, although to a low and middle degree. The general conclusion that we can draw from our investigation is that implicit multilingual learnability based on the experiment rank has an impact on intelligibility and reaction time in comprehension and unknown but closely related language. The participants seem to develop appropriate cognitive skills from experiment to experiment in recognizing, generalizing, and adapting encountering corresponding rules to novel situations multilingually and improve their performance in intercomprehensive reading. This is supported by motivating the participants during the experiment by an immediate feedback. At the end of each experiment, the participants can see a visualization of their overall results, and they award a medal for a completed challenge that motivates to continue the language game. A natural extension of the present study is to include other Slavic language pairs, as well as socio-demographic factors like age, gender, language repertoire, level of education, and professional background. Another research direction is to investigate the influence of socio-cognitive factors on text intelligibility in written and spoken modalities. Thank you very much for your attention.